Yo, what's good everyone? Your boy Deke back again with another vid. For this one, we're going to be talking about the Adrian Peterson interest in joining the Steelers. So, not too long ago, Adrian Peterson did an interview with Pat McAfee where he mentions that there were a few teams that are checking him out, that contacted him, but also he has some interest in joining a few teams, and one of them is the Steelers. So let's check it out.
Talked to my agent a couple of days ago, and got a couple calls from
Here we go.
From about two teams right now. So Tampa Bay would be awesome. Kansas City would be awesome. Los Angeles Rams would be, a good situation as well. There's a lot of teams out there. Pittsburgh.
So AP mentions the Steelers. Does this make sense? Let's check his stats versus Benny Snell's, because as of right now, Benny Snell football is RB1 here in Pittsburgh. Okay, so we check out Peterson's season last year. Not terrible. 604 yards on 156 carries, 7 touchdowns, 3.9 yards per carry, 101 receiving yards. Totals up to 700 yards per the season on the Detroit Lions. That is not too shabby. His 2 Washington years, in my opinion, very underrated. 2018 should have been way better statistically had Alex Smith not gotten hurt. And then this year, 4.3 yards per carry, almost 900 yards. Underrated in my opinion. Detroit, I don't know if we can necessarily say underrated. I'm not going to say I'm too impressed either, but based off these numbers these past 3 seasons, Adrian Peterson could still be a solid contributor in the NFL in today's game. Oh, and I forgot to mention, 0 fumbles for last season as well. And then we look at Benny Snell, 368 yards, 4 touchdowns on 3.3 yards per carry. His rookie season, he had 3.9. Not much of a pass catcher either. And then we see 2 fumbles. So, as of right now, as crazy as it sounds, if Adrian Peterson signed with the Steelers, in my opinion, he would be RB1. I don't know what we're going to do in the draft. So we looked at the numbers. I'm not going to do the same thing I did with Le'Veon Bell, where we watch every play that Adrian Peterson had in 2020. But here are a few highlights. I did not watch these. I just put these up in the queue. So I'll be watching them for the first time as well. What's wrong with that? He looks 29 years old. What are we talking about here? Dude, that is a good run. Hit the hole. See ya. I didn't like that. And Peterson didn't like it either. I think he should have got the first down there. I think vintage AP would have. Still, this doesn't look bad at all. I'm not really seeing the elusiveness, like the agility back and forth, but just in terms of running downhill, Adrian Peterson could for sure do that. Look at this. This one's called Adrian Peterson Jukes a Defender at age 35 on the Lions. So maybe he worked on some of that juking. Not bad. I think the title sold it a little bit more than what it was. Alright, nice touchdown. Dude, see ya. So we checked the stats. Over 700 yards last year. We checked the highlights. Definitely great at downhill running. Maybe not the best at the side-to-side, the juking. Last season he was 35. Now he's going to be 36. What can we expect at a running back at 36? Now this is Adrian Peterson. Who knows what could happen? But still, let's look back on some NFL history at the running back position. So if you can see here, this Sports Illustrated article was about Frank Gore. Frank Gore at 36. This was his last season with the Buffalo Bills in 2019. So he's one running back that has made it to age 36. However, there's only been 6 others. John Riggins, Marcus Allen, John Henry Johnson, Joe Perry, Hugh McElhaney, and Ollie Matson. All of these running backs are Hall of Famers, But let's look and see what happened in their age 36 seasons. First, Ollie Matson. Yes, Hall of Famer, 6-time Pro Bowler. His age 36 season, this was in 1966. 29 rushes for 101 yards, 1 touchdown, 30 receiving yards. So that's a dud. Next, we have Hugh McElhaney. Again, this is in the 60s, 1964. 48 rushing yards, 16 receiving yards. Another dud. Joe Perry. 1963. 98 yards rushing, 12 receiving yards. Not looking so good right now. John Henry Johnson, a Steeler. 36. 1 game, 11 yards, nothing else. Next, we have Frank Gore. Almost 600 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3.6 yards per carry, 100 receiving yards. It's not looking too good for running backs at age 36 right now. Frank Gore has had the best season, and it's still not that great. Next, we have John Riggins, 677 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3.8 yards per carry. Not bad. This is crazy, though. Look at his age 34 and 35 seasons. Best seasons of his career. And then 36, he retires after that. So as of right now, he is the best season at 36. Kind of like Frank Gore. Solid, nothing too crazy. And this is the best of the best, too. Like, these are the only players that have played running back at age 36. And lastly, we have Marcus Allen, who wins the best season for age 36 running back award. 830 yards, 9 touchdowns, 270 yards, receiving on 27 receptions, totaling up to over 1,000 yards in total offense. If you look at the averages, it doesn't look so great for a running back at age 36, but Marcus Allen was definitely an outlier. And if you think highly of Adrian Peterson based off his last 3 seasons, and if you look at what Marcus Allen was capable of doing, I don't think it's a complete stretch for maybe AP getting 700-800 yards on the ground if he gets the opportunity next year. So what's the final verdict? I'm assuming Adrian Peterson's probably going to get around $1 million on a 1-year deal. Right now, he would actually be the best running back in the room, in my opinion. Worst case scenario, he maybe gets you 400 or 500 yards. He's a short yardage back. He can mentor the 2 young running backs that we have on the roster now, and Benny Snell and Anthony McFarland, and potentially who we draft, whether it's Travis Etienne, whether it's Harris, whether it's Williams. I see this as a medium upside play with pretty much no risk at all. I think Adrian Peterson just wants to be in the NFL. He wants to play football, doesn't really care what role he's in. You could see that from the past 3 seasons. In his Washington scenario, though, due to some injuries, he found himself as the starting running back, and then you saw with the Lions last year, he had a pretty significant role. So it looks like he just wants to be on a roster and then just wait and see how things play out. Final verdict for the Steelers, I say go for it. Sign Adrian Peterson to a 1-year deal for $1 million, and you see what happens. Medium upside, no risk in my opinion. And then you also got to think this move would be good for Steelers theme teams. So I'm for it for sure. I don't see any harm in the move. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Should the Steelers sign Adrian Peterson? And it seems like Adrian Peterson's already interested in the Steelers. So hope you enjoyed the vid. Stay chilling and peace.